welcome to a Wednesday wellness break. So today what I wanted to show you is, I'm gonna lead you through it and we're gonna do this together. Basically, my movements that I do when I prepare for an exercise. So if I'm gonna work out for an hour, I have my routine of warming up and then doing what's called dynamic mobility, or active stretching, and then I get to the workout. So what we're going to do today is the dynamic mobility part, okay? There's a couple of different ways in which you can do each movement. So I might demonstrate something and you'll decide that that's maybe too difficult. So then just wait for the cues and I'll show you how to make it work for you. Okay, so, and then for you what this is just nice general movement. So here we go. The first one we've done before, where all we're going to do is take a leg and step it back, and then forwards and alternate. So it looks like this, just reaching back with the foot and switching from side to side. So you're joining me on this now. You're reaching back as far as you feel comfortable. So I'm going to say not as far as possible, but as far as you find comfortable, okay? The back leg really never bears that much weight. It's the front leg that's bearing your weight. And what this does is activates your balance because you're on one leg part of the time. And it gets this front leg, which is alternating back and forth, gets the front leg working and getting some blood going. All right. So now as we're doing this, you started with a range of motion that you found very comfortable, hopefully. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is just expand that a little bit. So a slightly bigger stretch, and you're going to drop your body a little bit lower. So the full meal deal version of this is a big step backwards, and that back knee almost touches the floor. The body doesn't go backwards with the leg. The body just comes straight down. So like I say, the back leg is for looks and for balance. The front leg is the one that's doing all of the work here. Okay, let's just take a little break from that. Okay, so now I'm going to add pieces to that. So we've got our leg movements. Now we're going to add an arm movement. So, I mean, we're well into the realm of exercise there almost because I'm breathing, right? Okay. So the same thing with the legs, but now with the arms, I'm going to encourage you to, as we step back, the arms either swing and touch in front, or they touch a little bit higher than that, or maybe even they touch right above your head. And if they're touching above your head, maybe you're looking at your fingers when they touch. So it looks like this. I take a step back, and then I reach and touch, and then I come up. Switch legs, arms do the same thing every time. So depending on how your shoulders work, you might really enjoy just swinging your fingers in front and touching them. If it feels good to go a little bit higher, then you can do that. And I like to practice these, see if I can get the tips of all fingers and thumb to coordinate and touch at the same time, like together, right? Like a sobriety test. Hopefully at 10 o'clock in the morning, we're all passing sobriety tests. But because you're moving the entire body, it's actually harder than you think. Like if your fingertips don't touch each other, don't worry about it. You didn't have a stroke, everything's fine. All right, we're doing a few more of these, and you're stepping as far back as you feel comfortable and dropping yourself down as far as you want to. All right, we have one more repetition to go. Yeah, and come out of that. So if you find like you're getting winded doing that, and you like that, cool. If it feels too hard, all you do is smaller step, don't go down so low, and touch. And so a nice gentle version of what I was doing looks like this, okay? I always tell people, in the world of movement and exercise, it's nice to learn from people, but you don't have to do exactly what they're doing. You as a mover or an exerciser, you want to kind of start to think about what's right for you and practice that. And if you have no idea what that is for you, well, that's when you meet up with a person like me, personal consultation, which we do with people all the time. You just email me, we meet, you show me what you're doing, I show you how to make it better, and off you go. Okay, next movement. Similar with the legs, but now the arms do something different. What we're gonna do is that back leg, again, goes back, but now I want both of my fingers to come down to the floor, okay? Now, and we alternate from side to side. So if going that low just isn't right, like you just doesn't work for you, that's cool. Then plan B is when one leg steps back, the hands just come down and touch your knee, okay? So we're doing this again. You're deciding how big your step is. You're deciding how low you go. And if it's there for you, those fingers come down to the inside of that front leg. And I really like to, what I call, tent my fingers, okay? I'm not going flat-handed, I'm tenting. And that's just a nice little added benefit there of getting my hands stronger. I remember I was taking yoga classes years ago, and the yoga instructor kept having us do this. And I didn't like it. It hurt my fingers. So she explained to me that it hurts my fingers because my fingers are too weak and I should keep doing it. And she said it in a very nice way. So I thought, okay, I'll try it. Sure enough, now I'm better and I can do this quite easily. Okay, fantastic. We're just going back and forth, moving. We got one more, then we're gonna switch this up again. All right, come out of that. So if you've been following along with these movement breaks on a regular basis, you might feel like, I don't know, I decided to get super energized this morning and we're doing 10 times more than ever. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here today. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is the legs are doing the same thing again, okay? But instead of both hands coming down to the inside, okay, what's gonna happen now is if my right leg is in front, my right hand only comes to the inside and I try to twist open to the ceiling and then I switch sides, left foot in front, left hand to the inside and I try to twist. Now again, if that floor is just too far below you, right foot in front, right elbow on the knee, and we just try to, you open and twist as far as you're available to, okay? So here we go. Stepping back, hand to the inside of the front knee, and off we go. That gentler version, elbow on knee, and we open as far as we like to. Super important to do it feels comfortable. And then over time, if someone like me is leading the show, over time you might think, oh, I'm gonna try something a little bit more today, just to see what happens. Because honestly, if you do this on a regular basis, you'll get better. You'll improve, you'll change. That's how this works. It's almost like magic. And it works like that for everybody. When you experience the development and change and growth, it truly feels like magic. It's amazing. But it's the same for all of us. Fantastic. All right, I'm going to do one more on both sides. You might notice sometimes I go into it fluidly and sometimes it's a bit of a stumble. That's okay. Oh, all right. Well, fantastic. So those are, if you joined late, what I'm showing you is my secret little system of warming up before I exercise. This is the trainer's secret edition of the wellness break. Okay, next one. This involves a little bit of balance. So what I would encourage you to do is not have any aids around you, okay? And just work with your balance. What we're going to do is this. We're going to lift a leg, grab the ankle, stand nice and tall, and put it back. Switch sides. Now, if you never get to the point of grabbing the ankle because you've had to catch yourself with balance, then that's your version of this exercise. You'll try to grab it, deal with balance, catch yourself. All right, here we go. If you do happen to grab it, the toes inside that shoe that you're lifting should be active, like I'm actively lifting the toes, okay? That just does some magic safety stuff for your knee. And I'm also trying really hard to stay standing upright, okay? So it's not necessarily about grabbing the leg and getting it there. And if you have to bend over to get it, we don't want that. We want you to be upright. We want you to do this in a standing position. And if you're grabbing the leg, good. If your balance is rock solid, fantastic. Some days I do this and it's just a mess. Today is working out okay. If you're past the age of 30, your balance has been declining. Here's the good story. Balance is neurological, and neurological things are one of the easiest things to train. So whatever you've lost, you can get all of it back. And with the smallest of efforts, you can prevent yourself from losing any more from this point onwards. Like this, what we're doing here, 15 minutes 3 times a week is like way more than you need to maintain. It'll keep you, it'll actually develop you. This is the last one, and relax. Okay. Last one. Similar to this one we just did, but now all I'm doing is grabbing my knee, squeezing it in, and putting it back down. Alternate, squeeze the knee, put it back down. I'm really working hard on 2 things. One is staying tall, and the second thing is lifting my foot. So if my foot, get your balance, if the foot's drooping, take 3. If the foot's drooping, we don't want that. We want that foot lifted. So you might have one side that does this really well, and the other side is just, it's like it's asleep. It doesn't turn on. Well, this is your chance to wake it up. Nice. Again, this one often turns into maybe just a balance challenge, but it's a really, really nice thing to do. Chest up, head up, looking forwards. We got one more on each side. All right. Okay, last thing, hand on belly. We're going to do some breathing. And remember, when you inhale, the tummy should distend outwards. 3 nice big breaths in through the nose and either out the nose or out the mouth, whatever you like. Ready? And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, there you go. Good luck with the rest of your day, and I hope it goes fantastic, and I will see you again soon. Take care.